This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday, and you know what that means.
I'm going to show you my ting ting.
No, it's podcast day.
Wow.
Yeah. It is. It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, and I ball so hard, motherfuckers think I'm a nutsack.
What
Gross.
does it mean?
And also, are you sweaty? Because, I mean, if you're balling so hard and you're a nutsack.
It's balls.
Listen, man, I was flipping packs for Mansa Musa ever before y'all became a Type 3 civilization.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Is that guy still doing the thing? Is he
I don't
still,
know.
Is he still doing that bit?
I don't know. I hope so. Dracula Flow. Shout out to him.
I haven't heard that one, so that's probably why I didn't know what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
He's like, I was flipping bricks for Mansa Musa ever since before y'all became a Type 3 civilization. Yeah. With me, as always, is Cole Simper.
Hello. It is me. It is I.
He is I. I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Damn.
Snoop Doggy. Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Lewis.
My name is Snoop Dogg, and I hate lesbians.
No, did you see? He's got like a show or something coming out now where it's like I saw an article about how he has like a pro LGBTQ thing now. I mean, and then it was a quote tweet, and the quote tweet above it was like, "See, everyone can change."
And Derek Reese.
Joseph Carmichael was a changeling. Dum, 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 dum.
Dum,
Thought I'd
dum,
make
dum,
it,
dum,
you know.
dum.
Relevant.
Yeah. And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 231. Did you die in this house, Joseph? We're going to be talking about The Changeling, 1980 murder, mystery, paranormal
Psychological thriller.
thriller. Yes.
Murder!
Murder. I would like a damn burger.
Murder.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about nerd news. We're going to be talking about The Changeling, doing, what we do best. We talk about the movie, trivia, what we think of the movie, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get on with some nerd news. I still can't get into my EA account.
Yeah. So what's the new? I saw that you were having issues, but I didn't look into it. What's going on now?
The same shit.
Same thing that happened with Skate.
Really?
Mhm.
Just so you can't find, you don't know your password, and it won't let you. It just puts you through like a loop, an email loop.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. So
That is the game. That's the fun part.
That is the game. Oh, dude, I'm glad you didn't pay for it, because if I paid for it and it was doing this shit, I would be fucking I would be real mad.
I would be I was so mad already.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I sent support and email, and hopefully that'll do it.
When did you do that? On Friday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you haven't been able to play at all.
Mm-mm.
That is so fucking lame,
Jesus.
dude.
No. Sure
Game's been
haven't.
out for
Now that is
week
dumb,
and a
dumb,
half.
dumb, dumb, dumb.
That is major dumb. Like,
I mean, if we're being fair, you didn't pay for it. So
true.
no harm, loss, I guess.
Right. No harm,
But-
no foul, but
No harm, no
But
foul.
I mean,
no.
would having paid for it prevented him from having to deal with the situation?
No,
because
no.
If not, then that's irrelevant.
Well, I
whether
mean,
he
if
paid or
he
not.
bought it on Xbox, then this would have all been
Yeah.
avoided.
well, I didn't. I don't game share. I don't game share with Weird on Xbox. You know what I
I wonder.
mean?
Yeah, I wonder when they're gonna hit you back up, because I'm kind of surprised that they haven't already. considering we're this is weekend 2. Is this weekend 2 or 3 for Battlefield? Fuck, I can't tell. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what the fuck the problem is, because it
Yeah.
has to be just like an email loop. And do you use that email, your Yahoo? That's the only problem. That's the other problem too, is if you don't have access to that email, that's
Yeah. Well, so I have access to that email. And when they say they send a reset code and I go check the email, there's no reset code.
yeah,
And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that's the only Yahoo email I have,
yeah,
apart from one that I made when I was 13, and that one didn't have my name on it. You know what I mean?
yeah. It has to be that one. That's really weird. I wonder, there
It,
were
it
no
could,
other options, like you could choose like a different email, or
no, no. I'm
Can you
gonna,
try doing it from their website?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
like logging in on their website.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I tried just syncing my PlayStation to the EA account, and they're
Yeah.
like, only one can happen at a time. And and I saw one Reddit post that was like, yeah, that's for life. Like you have to go and contact support for them to actually take it off and give you the access to do it on another email.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have to make an entirely different PlayStation account just to fucking just to do that thing, and and that shit makes me mad as
Christ.
fuck. Yeah. And I'm pissed. I'm just like, all right, well, fuck you guys. Fuck EA. Like even more of a reason.
Yeah.
I can't. What really sucks is that um I haven't had fucking any besides the shit with the beta,
Hmm.
full access, full release. I haven't had any fucking issues. I haven't sat in any queues. I've instantly got into games. Like I don't have bad connections or anything. Like I could
Dude,
not be more different from your situation.
the time it takes to get into a game is insanely minimal. Like,
Well, you're waiting on players. You're it's not the game's fault. Like you're waiting for the queue to get
well,
filled up.
so I guess to clarify, what I mean is like from ending one game to going to the next. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
no, it's very
instant.
fast. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Once you have like a consistent team, and the inevitable happens and some people leave, but like the game is very good at filling in those spots very quickly. So no, that fucking sucks to hear. And I mean, if you're down after pod, we can like walk through it and see what else we
Yeah.
can do outside of working through customer support, because that fucking blows, dude.
So yeah, dude, I think I'm just gonna fucking keep grinding Gote until I can. I can't anymore or some shit because yeah, this shit just bothers the fuck out of me. But whatever.
So what do you think about Yote so far?
I like it, dude. I think it's gonna be up there with Dying Light for me. Like this might be my game of the
Yeah.
year. Like this might be my game of the year. Like
Yeah. No,
I've
it's really good.
dude, the amount of times I've pissed Anastasia off because I'm playing this game makes it game of the year.
Like, so why is it because she does
While
like,
guarding the TV.
oh, is it something like
Or the
that, or is it
PlayStation.
more
Yeah,
like,
I'm
oh, okay,
bogarting the PlayStation
gotcha.
because the
That
PlayStation
rocks.
is more for her and my stepdaughter, and they usually keep it in the living room. But when Dying Light came out, I was like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna need the PlayStation for a bit. I'm gonna need to platinum this game, right?" And
Yeah.
and then fucking I was like, it was like the night or like 2 nights before I was about to platinum the game that Weird was like, go check what I just bought. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh. And so I go check and I'm like, sorry guys, no more PlayStation for you.
Damn. That is such a weird. I thought this when you told me, I was like, that is such a weird game for Weird to buy. Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
and I don't mean the pun. I mean like strange for him to buy a military simulation shooter.
Yeah. He bought that and he bought Yote, and I was like, okay, cool. I think he bought Arc Raiders too. Uh, so Yeah, no, I'm holding holding on.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm holding on to the PlayStation for a minute.
Yeah. Let me know how Arc Raiders is. I'm deeply curious about that game simply because
I've
it's
been
going up
playing it.
against Marathon, whatever it is. Well,
What's
so how is it?
Marathon?
What is it? Marathon is the new shooter from Bungie.
Oh,
Never heard of it,
No,
but
you don't. I mean, there's been a play test. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on the podcast about the plagiarism
Mm,
shit.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we have, and I
Goes
just
to show how much you listen, motherfucker. No, Marathon is a game that Bungie made, I think, a long time ago in the 90s. Like it was, I don't know if it was their first game, but it was like their first big game. So when they said that they were re-revealing or re-releasing a Marathon, but they're doing an extraction shooter, like the most famous one I can think of is Escape from Tarkov. I'm sure there are more, but that's like the biggest one, right?
hmm.
yeah, right now.
So is it fun? Is it working well? Arc Raiders?
Oh yeah, no, it's a really fun extraction shooter. Like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of extraction shooters, um, I've been kind of waiting to play this one for a while, just because of like I like the whole aesthetic that they went for with the with the picture with like the I want to say like Atari's esque, like that rainbow stripe or whatever.
Yeah.
But
70s, 80s, like early 80s kind of.
yeah, it's in playtest right now, so I've been playing it a little bit. It crashed on me the first time I was playing, but I got back on there and was playing it a little bit. It's pretty fun. I mean, I'm planning on picking it up when it comes out. It's only going to be
Is it $40? That
that's
sounds
what
like
I'm
a sweet
checking right
spot.
now. Yeah, $40. You can get the deluxe edition for 60.
Yeah, that's a trend. That's a big old trend. You can get the base game for 40, but you can get the deluxe with all the bullshit. Yeah.
I mean,
But
still not bad though for 60.
No,
no,
no, I just like to poke fun because
Yeah.
obviously that's clearly better, right? Because like before it was buying the game for 60 and then paying like an extra 10, 15, $20 for like the deluxe that comes with, all sorts of fucking incentives.
Bells and whistles. And,
or you'd buy the game and then later on they would release DLC for it.
yeah.
Um, no,
But yeah, no, I'm having fun. Haven't played it a ton, but it comes out in like 10 days. So
So tell me generally what Arc Raiders is, because I mean I've heard you guys talk about it a few times, and I forget. So
it's just
I'm just gonna be straight honest. I forgot.
shows how much
Fanta.
you listen, motherfucker.
No, no. I That's the thing though. I did listen. I just didn't retain.
See, and that's my defense with Marathon. I was
Well,
actually just Googling Marathon and I'm like, I seem to vaguely remember talking about this. Like,
it was a big
but
deal. Bungie got caught like straight up with their hands in the cookie jar, like stealing from lower artists. It was crazy.
oof.
like other developers or what?
No, other artists, like Twitter
Oh,
artists, like there are like straight up like dudes. There, I don't know his name, but there was one specific guy artist on Twitter that he's like there are just like straight up my characters, my art, my scenery, like just straight up ripped, and
Wow.
my memes that I put in my art are straight up stolen and put in Marathon. Like,
That's crazy.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, continue, Nick.
oh, I was just gonna say, are you familiar with extraction shooters, Derek?
I mean, not really. No.
So the core of extraction shooters are basically you go in with your like team or whatever. Tarkov's a really good example because it's the biggest one right now, and that's actually finally being released on Steam soon. Like
Oh,
it's
cool.
about goddamn time, dude. Like
It's yeah, I'm
that
really
game
mad
came
about
in
it because I
in
bought it.
early access for yeah, I bought it and I haven't hardly played it at all. Like,
Yeah.
but basically you go in with your team, you move through areas. There's a time limit that you have to basically move through areas and pick up loot and stuff like that. And then you have to extract after that. But in a game like Tarkov, there's other players on the other side trying to do the same thing.
Okay.
Like you'll run into them and have to have like a firefight or whatever. Um, and Arc Raiders is kind of like that, but you are essentially like there's these robots that are up like terrorizing the world, and they're called arcs, and
Those sons of bitches.
so you're basically going up there and like trying to steal loot, and like you're underneath in a bunker is where your like your main base is, so you're trying to like steal loot and like craft and basically just survive. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you go up, you explore, you loot buildings, there's a time limit, and then when that time limit ends you have to extract. One of the big components of these extraction shooters is if you die and you haven't secured some of your loot, you lose it all.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's like Arc Raiders has like a backpack that you can like put some stuff in that if you die, you retain that. Tarkov's mechanic is
Oh,
like you buy insurance on items, and if you die,
Yeah.
they take that money out of like your loot and then you get that back basically.
gotcha.
I don't know how you felt about Tarkov, but I mean, with all that being said, that game is 100% a horror game because you're dropped into this dark fucking place, and when you're first starting, you have nothing. You have enough, right?
Yeah.
But then you'll go through and let's say you're having a pretty good game. You found like a building or two and you found some really good shit, right? And now there's a person in the room with you. And you have no way of indicating it's not like a modern shooter where you can like clearly see him, right? Like this thing, Tarkov specifically is extremely realistic to the point where like they want, and I'm sure that I'm sure like Arma and shit does more realistic shit. I'm sure it's not the tip top, but it's very tactical and very like realistic in the way that like you have to aim your shots properly. You can't just like reload, you can't like shoot 6 bullets out of your 30 round clip and then replace it with those extra 4 bullet or those missing bullets. No, you're putting an entire new clip, and that other clip that you have that has 26 is going into your inventory. Like it's extreme, and like that's not like Ready or Not does that too. Like Ready or Not's a pretty good example, like just in terms of like realism too, like how they take it, how they treat realism. It's pretty much the same thing in Tarkov. So with all this extra stress going into like just a Tarkov match and knowing that person over there, don't know if he's a bot, don't know if he's a real character, and I don't know if he's a fucking monster at this game, because they usually are, because motherfuckers been playing
Oh,
that game
dude.
for a long time.
People that play Tarkov fucking play
They
Tarkov.
are a different breed, bro.
Like
They like live and
and
breathe that
Tarkov
shit.
realism is to the point where like if you're playing Battlefield or Call of Duty and you look at your teammate, you can tell they're on your team. You look at your teammate in Tarkov and there's no on-screen indication that that's your teammate.
And
Jeez.
there's friendly fire too, right? You can
Yeah,
straight up
there's
catch
friendly
a friend.
fire. There's no on-screen indication that like you guys are talking to each other. There's no like
So, like,
speaker
is that not
icon.
something that you can toggle on or off?
No.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that's another unsettling aspect of it, is that there's proximity chat.
Yeah.
So like if there's somebody fucking talking and you're like let's say me and Nick are playing, we're having a conversation and we go into this building. If there's somebody in that fucking building like waiting for us, like they will hear us. They will hear us like in our conversation.
Crazy.
Wow.
It's about
Huh.
the most realism in any shooter that you
That's
will
pretty rad.
find
It's pretty
so
damn
far.
close. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure that there's another game that might do it a little bit better, but it is easily the most realistic military shooter
I don't
I've
think
ever
that there
played.
is. And Arma might, but
Yeah.
I haven't really I have Arma and I've just never tried to play it because it's one of those like hardcore mill sims where it's like, people are using comms to like call out objectives and shit like that. And you
Yeah.
get in there and you're just like, I just wanted to play a shooter. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Arc Raiders is not on Tarkov's level, but it's in the same, not ballpark, but it's in the same league, I would say.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, Eddie and Nick both keep us in the loop with impressions
Yeah.
with that one. And then Eddie, I would love to hear more about Yote. I know you're not that far into it, but
Bro,
What
no,
do, what do you?
I'm pretty almost done.
Oh
Oh
no shit.
wow,
So what? So what do
jeez.
you think about the story and stuff? People are really shitting on the story and
Dude,
like
I think
saying that
this story is really good.
well, it's because
It's
it's
a,
focused, right? It's a
yeah,
focused revenge story.
yeah, it's a focused like revenge story. It's a focused revenge story where not only do you get to meet different people along that way that not only kind of shift like at the end of the day you're always going to want to kill Lord Saito, right?
Yeah.
But there are people along the way that just kind of like make you see things from different perspectives. Yeah, no, I've only had this game for like a week, and I I have to I have I have the Saito brothers left to kill,
No.
and Lord Saito himself, and
You
that's
know
it.
that that's a cool thing that I know that this is an original thought, but it's a really cool thing that you get to choose like which ones you want to go. It's not like it's the Yote six, right? Like
Yeah.
you're killing the Yote six and Lord Saito, so seven technically. But
hmm
in the beginning of the game, you know, at least where I'm at, they give you the option,
No,
and
you do have the
like
option.
you'll find people that will give you information on these people that you're hunting,
hmm
and then you get to like choose. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of cool because it's Sucker Punch, and like it reminded me a lot of Sly Cooper and like
Yeah.
how
hmm
I don't really know if you could choose. I don't think you could choose which one to go at, but it feels very Sly Cooper, where it's like they're building up these characters and making them like
hmm
these, these monsters of legend basically.
Yeah.
And the kind of the same way that Sly Cooper did with like I can't fucking remember the name of
hmm
uh those bosses in that almost 30-year-old game, but it was a nice touchstone. And Sucker Punch is really good about that, right? Like they love
Yep.
putting like little touches from all of their games into their games.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
and it's really fun. It's very Kill Bill in that sense.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's
I get people not, uh, that people don't necessarily want, Ghost of Tsushima Part 2 to be
yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima just with different people. But
Yeah.
like I couldn't give a shit less. Like
But
I'm
it's
down as
like that with
fuck.
everything. It's like that with everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because if it's the same, people bitch. If it's different, people bitch. Like
right. Hoes
what
are
do you
gonna be
want?
mad either way.
If it's new, people bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking it's that's why I'm saying it might be my game of the year because I have not been able to put this game down. Like I am
Yeah.
putting in like I am as embarrassing as this is, I'm putting in like fucking 8 to 10 hours a day on this game, Todd. I am I am 55% done with the trophies.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
no,
a
I'm
good
like,
feeling, man.
yeah, dude. I mean, that was my favorite. This is my favorite thing about it is that I get to choose who to kill and at what time. So I killed the Oni first, and then I killed the Kitsune. And obviously, you kill the snake first, but that's
The
like a gimme.
tutorial.
Yeah, that's a gimme. But yeah, so it was like the snake, the Oni, and the Kitsune, and now I'm going for the brothers and then the dad because I feel like that's a good order to go
Oh
in.
yeah.
But this game is super fun, super fun. I've got
Hell
all
yeah.
armor upgraded to high all fuck. Uh, I, I've done all the fox dens. I've done all of the altars. Bro, like I've put in work
Yeah.
into this
Fuck yeah.
game. Like, I mean, I ship. I'll put in my 5 to 7 applications in the morning and then fucking and
Hell
then
yeah.
Do you remember your experience with Tsushima? Because I remember
yeah,
that
oh yeah.
being my exact experience with Tsushima, where I was
Yeah.
like, damn, dude, I don't want to put this fucking thing down.
Yeah, and yeah, it was the same. Yeah, I was the same with Tsushima too. I was just so laser focused into that game. It's such a fun world to get immersed in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is such like it's rich. There is everything going on. You don't. There's from one moment to the next. You're riding down this giant beautiful plane, or you're fucking showdown with with any kind of enemy. The cool thing about this one is that the enemies are different. You know what I mean? Like
Um,
depending on the region that you go to. So like in the kit with the kitsune, it's the like snowy area, and you're fighting a lot of people with with like different weapons, and then the Oni is like this summery hot area, and I don't know, dude. I think this game really outdid itself, and anybody that doesn't like it is just a stupid hoe.
I don't think there's anybody out here saying that. I mean, besides the obvious tired fucking people that are like, everything's woke, you're playing as a woman, and like it's just all of that fuck. Like I remember one where it was like the ghost yell, right? When you click in both the sticks and all she does is just yell.
Yeah,
People thought that was very funny, and I was
yeah,
like, that was in the last game.
yeah.
I wonder.
Fucking weirdos.
I'd like to see fucking cat. I would like to
Goddamn
see
cat.
a goddamn cat. I would like to see the ratio of people who don't like this game compared to the amount of people who have played it.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, because
Mhm.
I bet there's a huge disparity between the people who hate the game and who have actually
yeah,
played the game.
Dude,
I completely disregard.
half the time I forget I'm even playing as a chick.
Yeah.
You're all armored up.
Yeah, dude, you're
You're
like
too busy beating it.
Yes. Dude, until I
the-
hit one of them hot springs, dog.
Oh,
see them
yeah.
chicks. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't jerk off to this game, so I'm not going to play it.
That
Yeah,
seems
pretty much.
like one of the more blatant obvious, like the more blatant uses of I just can't jerk off to this. And I don't know, you're playing as a Japanese woman and she looks like a Japanese woman, so it's like, why? No, I don't know. I don't understand.
Insert the Pikachu meme
Surprise
here.
Pikachu, yeah.
To play devil's advocate for like 2 seconds, because like it literally is like just shitting on perfection, because that's what it's what it is. It is Ghost of Tsushima perfected. It is like, it took everything that was wrong about Ghost, and that's like technically it I guess it depends on what your meaning is, or like your definition of sequel is. Like a definition for sequel, there are two comfortable things for definitions for sequel for me, where it's like you took what the original was and you made it a little bit better with a new story and like new animations and new, it feels new.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost of Yote feels new. It feels like a new game that came out in 2025, right? I just think that with how much has been done, you would think it would have come out a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Just because that engine, I can't imagine it being that hard to create those landscapes already. Like, because with the foundation already set with that game,
right.
like, so that would be one point. Is just like, why did it take so long? Because it is very similar. It is very similar. Like it plays very similarly, and like. Ignorance in this aspect for sure, but like I can't imagine it would have taken that much more time to just swap the stances for other weapons. Obviously there is more time because there's different animations and there's different death animation, like there's a whole bunch of animation work that has to be done with new weapons, whereas in the original game it was just a katana. This is all fucking off of like 2 hours of playtime too. So like, I don't really, you can take my opinion and completely disregard it if you want. But like, I feel like I can't get past the two similar vibes where it's like, and I know that's on me and I need to just play more, because like, I'm sure it distinguishes itself from Tsushima in a meaningful way. And I know that like a lot of what is being said on the internet is just disingenuous minority shit, like the minority of the fan base, the minority of
fucking
people
minorities. Just kidding.
Never beating the racist allegations.
I don't like minorities.
God. I just hate him.
Also, the one thing that I'll say, the last thing I want to say about it is that it's really funny that people wanted to give so much shit about it being a woman this time. When Tsushima had dozens of women, dozens of like important character women,
Yeah.
NPC characters, you know, whether they be story or like important to a town or important to a quest. Like they're all over the place. So it's like,
Yeah.
what are you really mad about?
Yeah.
It's like back to that little minorities joke. It's like what's her name? Fan said. She's a streamer. She's like, all races, everyone is welcome here. Unless you're one of the bad races, and I don't want you here.
Damn.
Nah, I mean y'all could
And
y'all
and
could
and
say
you
it's
guys
bad.
and you all can figure out which ones I'm referring to.
Right.
Yeah.
The sad part is, Eddie, is like I don't think anybody's ever saying nobody's saying it's bad. They're just
Mhm.
saying like it's mid.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where I find problem. It's like you are so far gone if you think this is a
No
mid
way.
Well,
game, bro. Like,
and I mean, if that's the worst thing that you can, if that's the worst criticism you can levy against this game, that sounds like a pretty fucking good game.
Right. No,
Yeah.
You
dude.
know?
And this game is far from my 58 hours in this
Begs to
game
differ.
begs to
Yeah.
fucking differ.
Yeah, if the worst,
My 58 hours in this week alone.
If
Yeah.
also
if
the other
that's the
problem
worst
is
insult you can toss, then yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Nick.
if you're over 35 and you're saying a game is mid, then that's just a whole other problem.
Yeah.
It just screams, oh, I cannot articulate how I feel about this game other
Yeah.
than just calling it mid.
hmm
Like,
I struggle
I
with
have
that.
no horse in this race. I haven't played this game yet, and
Dude, this game rocks.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'll get around to it. I mean, obviously the next game on my list to buy is Pokemon ZA, but
Ooh, contentious one. That one is, isn't it?
so
Yeah.
far it is. But I've heard more good than bad. Like I there's a couple people in my um local TCG Discord that have been playing it, and they're they don't have anything bad to say about it.
Oh.
So I mean, I heard that like the very beginning of the game is just like arduous, like a lot of stuff before you can actually get into the game. But
Angela has been very quietly playing it. She
it's
hasn't
like
really been
that's
discussing it at all.
I was like, that's what Pokemon games are, dude. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
shit that they tell you in each Pokemon game that you're like, I have been playing this game for 30 fucking years. I know exactly how this game works.
Now,
Let me skip the tutorial.
Forgive my ignorance of Pokemon games or my pokenorance, if you will.
Oh,
but-
brother. This guy stinks.
But are there since Nick, you and I are game sharing on PlayStation, are there any like Pokemon games that are on there at all, or is it
No.
just restricted to Nintendo?
Just
Nintendo would
Nintendo.
never let that happen.
I figured.
That was a very elderly person question. I want you to know that.
That's fine. I'm elderly.
The closest we got to anything being on like any other console was Pal World.
I fucking love you, Derek.
Well, I mean, look, I've got gray. I know. Well, yeah, I've got gray in the beard. I'm gray beard.
I know.
I'm gray
Yeah,
bush.
Gray
Gray
beard.
bush.
I'm starting.
Gray
Look at
bush.
that.
I'm
I'm
gray bush,
starting.
so it's cool.
Strings are coming in. Look at
I
that.
do see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love how I have this one giant chunk of
Yeah,
white.
yeah.
I don't know why. I just really dig that.
Dude, I'll bet that if I completely shaved and like let it grow back, it would probably come in a lot more gray. But
Yeah.
like this has been on my
it would
face
be way
for as
more
long as I can
immediately
remember.
noticeable for sure.
Dude, the way you said that, Nick, it reminded me of what was it, Knocked Up, when they're watching that Cirque du Soleil thing, and he's like, if I shave my chest and stomach, I look exactly like that.
Nice.
Or Grandma's Boy, Lord Greybush.
Yeah, time's on my side, Greybush.
God, I need to watch that. I haven't seen
yeah.
that in a hot minute.
Grandma's Way is a good one.
God, that Grandma's Boy is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, agreed.
So, Japanese video game developer Tomonobu Itagaki, is that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He passed away the other day.
Oh,
the
yeah,
se-
that's right.
yeah, on the
Creator of
16th.
Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive.
Mhm.
Yep, died at 58. And according to
Does it
God
say
bless the
anything?
godfather of jiggle physics.
it just, well, I mean, this post, and I saved it immediately, and I haven't seen anything since. But this post, all it says is from a serious illness.
Uh, I that's the first time I've heard this, and I don't want to not like really, it's not like anybody that watches us is going to propagate false news if I'm a little wrong here. But I was seeing like some stuff on Twitter that maybe he might have taken his own life,
Oof.
which
Mhm.
which is really sad. 58 is really young, which is
Yeah.
another alarm thinking like, ah, damn, maybe he did. And I know that there was one other guy. It was Harada. I think that's his name, Harada, the guy that makes Tekken. Like he really was like super close with him, and he was saying some stuff. And apparently, the night before he died, he was posting some really sad shit on either Twitter or Facebook or
Yeah.
Japanese Facebook, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, but like
Facebookaru.
Facebookaru.
Isabukaru.
I like close friends were saying something about he was like he was sad or some shit. So like I don't really know that he's right at that point where maybe
Yeah.
it could have been and I'm pretty sure Eddie's going to talk about this other one, but like you know weirdly natural death.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a few of us have a few to touch on.
Them. Yeah, well, speaking on that, yeah, we lost Steve Bridges. And Steve Bridges, for those of you that don't know, he is a TikTok creator. He had over 2 million followers, and he was a point of view sketch artist. And he was most notably known for his deadbeat baby daddy um
Like
sketch.
sketch comedy, not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
sketching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sketch comedy.
This is drawing deadbeat baby daddy. This one.
From his point of view.
Yeah.
Uh
God damn it.
But he was super funny. He also had characters like iPad Kid,
Wait away.
literally, yeah, iPad Kid and Dirty Dan, who he didn't do a lot of, but he like the times that he would do them were really funny. It really, this one really affected me a lot, like
Yeah.
because
Was Dirty Dan the one that was like, "Oh, I saw you lighting that up. No, no, I was just waiting to see if you invite me to the puff circle or whatever."
No, he was like he had like a mullet and he was
Bigger guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, man, like I was watching one of his videos right after he passed away, and it was him in front of a Spirit Halloween. He goes, "I'm home now, dog. Spirit Halloween, I'm home now, dog."
He is a very specific, he has knowledge of this specific person that
Right.
about, like this deadbeat guy that's a
Yeah.
piece of shit, and he does all this stuff, like he'll justify his own bad behaviors with like minimal effort, like he's just it was really sad because like he that wasn't his only shtick. He was obviously very funny, but like that was like the most admirable thing was like it almost kind of seemed like he was that guy. He was
Yeah.
that deadbeat guy for a while. I don't think so because it sounds like he was married for 16 years.
Yeah, he was married for 16 years. He was a very attentive father, according to his wife.
3 children. Yeah,
yeah.
like with the same woman. Like it doesn't really seem like he was like with the content that he would put out, it doesn't really seem like he would be that person, but he definitely knew those people. He was around those people all the time,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I'll say too about it, I also was very sad. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, really? Like it was just like one of those ones where it was like this, that felt mean.
Yeah.
That felt mean to take that guy because
Mhm.
he was 41 years old and he died on his couch.
What did he pass away from?
You
He
go
just died
into
in his
any of the
sleep.
article, you go into any article, and it will say he died in his sleep peacefully from a natural illness.
Hmm.
And
Now,
that's what his wife has been sticking with too. So it's like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
and
Interesting.
I don't think anybody really knows.
Yeah, and apparently he's had like a history of it. Like his father died at a young age in his
Oh
sleep.
wow.
oh
His
yeah.
his brother died, I think, also.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Eddie, what do you think about the idea of it being sleep apnea? He was
it
a
could
big dude.
it very well could be sleep apnea, like obstructive sleep apnea.
Hmm.
Oh, like,
Like,
well, dude, you saw how big he was, and he was
mhm,
sleeping on a couch. I don't, just looking at him, you can tell he wasn't really that healthy, right?
right.
Like,
Mhm.
just weight alone didn't really look like he was that healthy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a wake up call for me because
Mhm.
I have sleep apnea, like really bad. It was way worse when I was heavier, but and as I continue to slowly lose weight, it's becoming. I don't
Well,
even want to say that. It's still a fucking problem, but it kills people. Like straight
yeah.
up will just stop you from breathing.
My dad has it, but
Well, and
Yeah.
luckily he's
I
got a
wonder
CPAP machine.
I
Yeah.
wonder if mine is as bad as it had gotten. I mean, I wouldn't do this to Misty just because that would be obnoxious and fucking annoying, but like I kind of want to like test it and like not use my machine one night and be like, "Hey, tell me if it seems like I'm breathing better."
I mean, you should always
But
try, like, see, like, hey,
yeah.
dude, like, if I've been on
I
the,
mean,
the CPAP for a while, I should try to see if I'm
I
like, if
guess I
it,
could look at the app because I have an app with it, of course, and it tells you. And I haven't looked at the app in fucking ages, but I mean, it tells you like how many events you have per hour and stuff like that. So, I mean, I could look at that and just see if there seems to be a reduction. But
truly sad and like a true loss. And it's so funny how never knew the dude. I don't fucking know. I didn't know his name. Like
Yeah.
I just knew him that as that dude that makes those really funny sketches, and I was genuinely affected by his death. I was
Dude,
like,
it
damn,
was,
dude, I'm
yeah.
like I'm like on the verge of tears right now because
Yeah,
that
no, it
dude,
was
like, it
like I lost
sucks.
a homie, dude. Like it really
Like,
was.
yeah, you lost a homie.
Like it was crazy, dude. But
And you
it
sent that motherfucker to me every day on TikTok too.
yeah,
Like
dude.
I'm just as close to him as you are.
Bro, like every time it's just, yeah, there's one skit, the very, I think it was like the very first skit that I ever saw his. He walks into like a liquor store or whatever, and he goes, hey, let me get a couple wraps on free, dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
free.
on free
Yeah,
free.
hey, let me get a couple packs. Let me get a couple wraps on free, dog. My girl gets paid at the end of the month, dog. I'll come back and pay you. That's my mom, dude.
And there's the bus stop guy where he comes to, like, the first thing he says, he's like, I don't know how to read.
Yeah. He tries to act like he's a screamo guy or whatever, and
The
he's just,
wig, yeah.
with the wig, and he's just like, I never met my dad.
Yeah,
And
it
that
fucking
that
rules.
character works perfect because he has the two lip piercings.
Yeah, he
So
does.
it's like that just completes the ensemble.
So rest in peace, Steve. I hope that you're doing. This is one of those deaths where I hope that there's a heaven. You know what I mean?
He's
Because
there.
like
Yeah.
that's what makes me want to believe in a heaven. Being like an atheist, it's one of those where I hope for
Dude,
a
he's got to be
divine
up there.
destination.
He's
Yeah.
got to be up
Yeah.
there smoking doinks with the goat.
And
Yeah,
fucking Amish.
fat doinks and Amish.
Um yeah, and they always say that it happens in threes. Um fucking Ace Frehley passed away,
All
Did he
right.
one of the
like pass
founding
away?
Kiss members.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he was
did.
on
Like
life
that same
support.
day, I think even.
Uh,
Yeah, I think he sustained a fall at his house and like his
Yeah, that's what I
like
read.
internal brain bleeding, so he was on life
uh,
Like
support.
he hit his head and shit. Yeah.
And yeah, eventually, you know,
yeah, he $1 million babied himself, dude.
There's
Oh.
there's not much you can do when
And
Yeah.
you're on life support, you know.
Yeah.
of course, this cruel world had to take him instead of Gene Simmons.
Right? Well,
Why are we mad at Gene Simmons?
He's just a fucking douche.
That
He's
He's
was
just
the
an
joke that I made on
absolute
Facebook, and like
douche.
people were like reacting it, and I'm like, this is a joke. Like, laugh
Yeah.
at it, dude. I was like, it just sucks. It just sucks that Gene Simmons is still alive, and everyone's
Yeah.
like,
Gene Simmons is
Yeah,
just an
he's
asshole.
just an absolute douche that has just in the last decade or two, it's just been bad take after bad take after bad take of anything he says.
I'm gonna be pissed if he outlives Peter Criss.
He's
I
gonna
know, right?
he's gonna outlive everybody. He is the Keith Richards of Kiss.
All of his longevity and power comes from his tongue.
Yeah.
And like the longer the tongue, the longer the life, and he's gonna outlive all of us.
Bro, evil lives forever. Like
Yeah, for real.
It's just fucking
And then so that one was, you know, I wasn't big into Kiss, like I said on my post, but Kiss put out some fucking bangers. Like
dude,
Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
entire movie based off of them.
Yeah.
And I mean,
That's
and
why-
there's not a person alive that doesn't know the theme song for everyone, rock and roll all night as I have a hair in my mouth and party every day.
I can rock and
part
roll
of every day.
all
And part
night,
of-
part of every day. From
And
maybe
I-
from like 9 to 3.
And that's seriously like the second I read that news, I was like, I need to watch Role Models, right?
Models,
It's got an
yeah.
S on it. Yeah.
Plural.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Pluralize that
what
bitch.
else? You know, Love Gun from Role Models when they were listening to it, you know, it's like his gun,
Yep.
it's like his gun is his cock. What's the other one? Lick It Up. That was like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy that song. Like,
Yeah.
lick it up. Like,
Oh.
but you know, so that one I was kind of like, oh dude, that sucks. That's like a founding member of Kiss. Like,
Yeah.
and then fast forward a couple days later and we lose another founding member of one of my favorite bands. We lost Sam Rivers, the founding member and bass player of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, dude. What did
That-
he die of?
I don't know. I think it was cancer.
As they say, it always happens in fours.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was
Wait,
that
who's
sucks.
4?
Well, because
Ace
wasn't
Frehley was
Ace
3.
Frehley third?
Steve Bridges, Ace Frehley, Sam Rivers.
No, the Dead or Alive creator.
Well, yeah, okay. I forgot we were talking about him. So yeah, well, I mean, it does still happen in 3s.
Well, maybe it's by region. So there are like
Yeah.
2 other Asian people.
3s
who
by
died.
region.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
What are we talking
about?
Ah.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe that's my bad. I'd like to apologize.
Everything
Christ.
happens in 3s rule
On
is
the
region locked.
cross.
Region locked.
Oh my
Um,
god.
But yeah, no, I think it was just cancer because DJ Lethal was posting something about just saying fuck cancer, and like
Mm.
Sam was wearing a fuck cancer shirt at like one of the concerts they played.
Mhm.
And like I finally in my adult life, I had the amazing opportunity to finally see this band live, and it was fucking awesome. And
That's cool.
yeah, just you know, the entire founding members of Limp Bizkit were still in the band. Like everybody, like John
Oh.
Otto is Sam's cousin, and Sam actually was like, "Yeah, I know this. My cousin can drum for us." And then, you know, obviously they brought in Wes Borland from God knows where, like
From
you know,
parts unknown.
parts unknown. But yeah, dude. And then somebody posted a video of, or an article of the last show. I think one of the last shows they played with them, and it was in Denver. And if you go watch the video of them playing break stuff, it is like deafening how fucking loud it is there.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it wasn't like that at Usana. Like, we were
Yeah.
screaming and stuff like that, but Usana is not a fucking stadium.
Well, and that's what's wild too is I forgot about this, but Cena has cancer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, supposedly, at least according to the comments on the story I read, like this has been known for a couple years already, like since 23. But this is the
Really?
yeah, like I mean, I don't know if I forgot about it or if this is the first time I even knew it, but um
I've
yeah,
never
like
heard of it until this very
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, it's
Basal cell
it's
carcinoma.
yeah, it's skin cancer. Um, and he basically, I mean, in this story, which where the hell did I get this? Um, IGV, whatever the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
But John Cena like was saying stuff and being like really, you know, open about it and was basically saying how he pretty much neglected like because he grew up in New England, right? And moved to Florida where he says he fell in love with the sun but admits he neglected his skin. So, you know, he said, I was stubborn. I didn't want to have a routine. And I also thought the problem would never reach me. And it's one of those things where I had a ton of exposure with minimal protection and it caught up with me.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
but that's crazy.
Yeah. That's nuts. One last piece of news before we get into everything. Simu Liu, who played Shang-Chi, just revealed that they finished the first draft for a live action Sleeping Dogs movie.
Dude,
Ooh.
I thought you were gonna say he died too, and I was like, brother,
I
I
know,
can't
or that
take
he got cancer.
I cannot take it.
No,
But
no.
this is good news. This is good news.
I think that
Very
game
good
would
news.
lend itself really well to a movie.
Oh yeah.
Agreed. So before we get into Retromania, since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. We have merch. Go to redbubble.com/nerdcourt podcast and get our sayings and logos on everything from stickers and shirts to tapestries and more. We have partnered with Dubby. Go to dubby.gg and use our promo code NERDCORP to get 10% off anything site-wide. So, without further ado, welcome to Retromania. Welcome to Retromania! So today we'll be talking about the Changeling. This is Retromania, the show where we rewind to the weird, the eerie, the iconic. Tonight we're diving into one of the most quietly terrifying ghost stories ever to be put on film, the Changeling of 1980. It's not your like jump scare haunted house flick. It's a super slow burn. It's a
Yeah.
tragedy.
It's old school
It's
horror.
wrapped in gothic architecture and grief. Um, it there the it supposedly there's a true story behind it. Uh, the quick synopsis is after losing his wife and daughter in a tragic accident, composer John Russell moves into an old mansion in Seattle to start over, only to find out that he's not alone. He hears banging pipes, doors slamming, a ball bouncing down the stairs, and slowly uncovers a century old mystery involving a murdered child and a long buried secret. Uh, it's directed by Peter Medak, uh, written by William Gray and Diana Maddox, and is based on a real haunting experienced by writer Russell Hunter in a Denver mansion. It's poltergeist light.
There's like there's a, to, like
yeah.
there are a lot of sort of Hitchcockian like elements to it. I feel,
Yeah.
Like it's I would say it's very atmospheric horror.
Yeah,
Mhm.
atmospheric and very psychological. I
Mhm.
I was a big fan of this movie. I'm not gonna lie, just because I like these slow burn horror movies, man. I like when a movie is really trying to make me feel what it wants me
Yeah.
to feel, and I
And
feel like this is one of those ones.
and not that there's anything wrong with, jump scares or gore or things like that,
Yeah,
but it is to me, relying heavily on those things is a much less satisfying experience in terms of watching a horror movie.
yeah.
Like those have
There,
their place, absolutely. But yeah, no, this type of thing I enjoy much more thoroughly.
there are a few of
There's a
those. Like there's jump scares in this
there's
movie,
a there are some jump
but
scares.
it's not like what's a good jump scare movie?
Like The
Uh,
Conjuring.
yeah, it's not like The
Yeah.
Conjuring. Um, there were, I mean, not to mention the iconic ball bouncing down the stairs trope. Like
Mhm.
that's where people are borrowing. This is the movie people are borrowing from that from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and did I, because I know I mentioned that to y'all recently, but was that during the recording or was that just like an aside? I don't
No,
remember.
I think you've mentioned the ball thing at least twice that I can
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Like of the entire time, because I remember you initially talking about it, and then you talked about it recently. I
Yeah.
think it's because we were going to talk about it.
And recently I did forget the whole part where he, like, it's not just that he puts the ball away and then it bounces down the stairs. He fucking hucks it off a bridge
Yeah.
and gets home and there the ghost is like, "Nah, I don't think so,
No.
bitch.
Mm-mm.
Pay
Guess what I
Yeah,
attention."
got?
Yeah. I won't be ignored.
I like the psychological aspects of this movie. Straight up to the point where I'm almost certain that there is direct inspiration to one of my favorite things ever, which is Silent Hill 2. Like I'm pretty sure Silent Hill 2 took the burning stairway. Like when he's like walking up the stairs and everything's on
Yeah.
fire, like that.
That's probably the coolest part in the whole movie, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, and obviously Silent Hill 2 did its own thing, but I'm like, damn, that's
Heavy
fucking
inspiration.
straight from that's
Yeah.
Silent
Oh
Hill
yeah.
2. Like Silent Hill 2
Yeah.
straight up took that.
Yeah, and it's so funny because Misty hates this movie so much.
Why?
Oh,
She's
Angela
because
fucking hated it.
well, yeah, because like, she didn't grow up with the movie like I did, and
Mhm.
and she's also a few years younger than me, because we robbed the cradle around here. No, she's like 6 years younger. Everybody, just but like,
God damn.
just so you know, that's just chill. But
Pervert.
She was 12 when he was 18. What does it mean?
Say,
but
Derek, I heard you like him young.
no. But no, like, so I mean, she's you know horror had already changed massively, by the time that she was old enough to begin consuming it, to where it was a much more fast paced. There, you don't have to wait. I mean, that to me, that's already where attention spans are beginning to shrink. And
Right.
so you've got to hook them and keep them hooked. You don't have time for the slow burn type of stuff in horror at that point where, and
Right.
I think that's a huge difference. So that
I
I like, she just it's a boring ass movie to her. Like
see,
she was so bored.
I didn't grow up like watching this movie. I do remember though, um, one of my friends in high school, he was a big movie dude. He probably still is, but he like recommended this movie and I went and rented it from Hastings.
Yeah,
They had a copy of it on, I swear to God, it was on VHS. It could have been on DVD,
probably.
but I rented it and like the cover of the movie was just the wheelchair. I was like, oh, dude, that looks cool. And I remember watching it. Granted, this was in high school, and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen. Because like my high school mind was like expecting, like
Yeah.
Jump
Exorcist type
scare.
stuff.
Yeah.
And like rewatch, and that was honestly the last time I had watched this movie. So watching it again, there were parts that I remembered, but there were
Mhm.
also parts where it's just like I didn't even like pick up on this. Like watching movies now, I'm like appreciating, like you
Yeah.
guys are saying, the slow burn, the psychological stuff, um, that sort of thing. So I think like there's some imagery in this movie that like even watching it now is just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like when they're I think it's after like he calls the lady and like passes out and she comes over to
Oh,
help
right.
him. And then all the stuff's going on and she like goes out into the foyer and she's just like, I don't know. And then she just stops like instantly and just is like motionless looking up at the wheelchair up at the top of the stairs. Like
Yeah.
that part I was like, oh shit. Like
Well, can I
that
tell you,
that like
like,
gave me goosebumps,
not,
dude.
yeah, well, and I was gonna say, and not to interrupt your point, but like, even just you describing that scene, like, sends chills through my fucking
Yeah.
body. Cause, like, it's
Yeah.
just, just remembering, like, and it doesn't matter how many times I watch this movie, like, I know the beats backward and forward, but like, every time it's
Well,
coming
and
to a
it's
part that, like,
probably like giving you vibes of like when you first saw it too,
yeah, well,
and
yeah,
like
for
how you
sure.
felt when you first saw it. Because when I first saw it, like I said, I really didn't think it was much of anything,
Yeah.
but like
Cause I
rewatching it,
mean, I'd have to say, like, when I first saw it, I must have been like, I mean, it was probably around like when I was between 8 and 10.
oh dude, if I
Mm.
watched this movie when I was 8 years old, I wouldn't, the lights would be on in my room for 2 months. Like
Yeah,
there's
like
no doubt about it.
and man, it's just, yeah, still to this day, like anytime I watch it, like, granted, there are scenes that, as much as they give me chills, I'm also laughing hysterically at the same time.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud at the very beginning when the mom and the daughter died. I was
Dude, they
like
waste
pounding on the phone booth and they're just like, huh?
they waste zero time killing
Oh
them
yeah,
bitches.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
fucking immediate. And I love
off
that,
the
like,
rip.
I love that there just happens to be a phone booth out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I made a joke. I made a similar joke. I was like, damn, they did The Shining, but they killed the wife too. Or not The Shining. I'm sorry, Pet Cemetery.
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah.
well,
They
like,
I thought it was kind of lame, to be honest. I was like, oh, and I understand. It was like, it's set dressing, like the dude's traumatized and he's
right.
moving. I understand. And I'm not, it just felt like, was Pet Cemetery before or after this?
I think it was after, wasn't it?
Yeah. Might have
Ugh.
been
I want to
after.
say Pet Cemetery was 82.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but
Then Pet Cemetery like straight up stole this shit, dude.
Yeah. The first Pet Cemetery was 1989.
Oh,
oh
nice.
man,
Okay.
wow,
So
it
it
was
was even
way
further.
later.
Yeah, it was even
Yeah.
later than I thought.
So I guess issue revoked. They did it
Yeah.
first. Which
Yeah.
it
It's
makes sense.
just been revoked.
I just thought it was funny. I was like, oh damn, was this like a trend in the 80s to killing off the kid or the family? And it's
Well,
like
wait, so you said 89?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
80,
yeah.
yeah,
So
89 for
yeah, this movie was 80. So yeah,
80. Yeah.
this one
Yeah.
happened. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Either way, I knew that Pet Cemetery was after this.
Right.
I was
I
7
and
years
I
old.
wouldn't have been able to tell you that. All I knew is that it was from the 80s. I just I don't know. There's a lot of that being aside, I guess like if anything, I guess it could have been done a little better. But the whole point was to do it and do it fast. That way we could get on to like
Yeah.
the actual part of the story with like you know the haunted house.
Yeah,
The
because I mean, I think the only reason they even showed it, because I mean, most movies would just start off with them already being dead
dead.
and the guy
Yeah.
Right.
working through it. But
Right.
like, I think they wanted you to have that, like, oh look, happy family, fucking dead. I think I think they wanted you to have that complete abrupt abrasive cut of
Right.
going from
That makes sense.
fun happiness to, well, great.
That, and I just want to say this, and I don't really want to mention it again, but the part where was it the lady was being chased by the wheelchair?
Yes.
Hysterical.
Dude, that's one of my
Absolutely
favorite
hysterical.
parts. I laugh so hard every time, and that is I have chills the whole time too.
Well,
Like
especially just because how hysterical she is when it's like,
yes.
The part that got me about that was just the fact that it was like, oh, no fucking wheelchair ramps, no problem. It just down the stairs.
But yeah, no, that part cracks me up every fucking time.
Another funny. I don't want to say it's a plot hole because I didn't really pick up on any like plot holes myself, and I could be wrong. There could be some that I'm oblivious
I'm
to.
sure there is. There
But
always fucking is.
the whole like, you know, selling his house, you know, moving out of there, that's completely understandable, you know, like,
yeah,
you know, you grew up with your wife and kid here, you don't want to just
Yeah.
live here. But then it's like, oh well, the historical society has a house you can use. Here's this fucking 90,000 square foot mansion that nobody's living in.
That
Like, just
you
go
can't
ahead and
possibly fill
just
for
go ahead and post up. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, live in this empty house and see how that hits your emotions
yeah.
since you're already feeling completely alone.
yeah.
Have a bunch more empty rooms with nothing in them. You know?
Except your
So-
daughter's fucking ball.
Yeah.
Derek, I have since you're the one that's most, knowledgeable of the movie, having
Sure.
and I'll be honest, I was playing Battlefield while I was watching this, so I kind of couldn't. The reveal of the name, the Changeling, kind of. There was a scene between the senator and the main character where he's like, "Hey, you did this. He's a changeling. Can you explain that?" It kind of went over my head. What the fuck is a changeling? Because I was expecting it to be a little demon in the corner, like changing into different things and fucking with
That's what
them
I
the whole
thought
movie.
too.
Basically, they used that as I guess, heightened language, a more fancy sounding word for you're a switcheroo.
He was a swapped baby.
It doesn't really mean much of anything other than like, because at this point, and they never really do directly address whether or not Carmichael knew he was a replacement for the real son.
Yeah.
My opinion is that he absolutely knew. I mean, I feel like he had to have known because
He
was
acts like he knew.
Yeah,
well,
he's
yeah,
over
he
there,
acts like he knew,
trying to
and
bribe
not only
people.
that, but like even if this replacement happened, I believe they say around the age of 5. He replaces the boy, immediately goes off to Europe until the kid is 18. There's no way in all that time that he was like, "Hey, remember how I wasn't born to you and you just showed up one day at the orphanage?"
Yeah.
Like there's no way he didn't know, you know?
Right.
And like, why did he kill the kid? Why
Well,
did
the
the father
dad
kill the kid?
Well,
Yeah.
because so all right, they explain it. But basically what happens is the wife, right? She dies and
Yeah.
in childbirth, if I remember right, but she dies and her father is the one with all the money, right? All the
Yeah.
inheritance. And he they basically they sort of explain it away quickly as she must not or he must not have liked Daddy Carmichael because he bypasses him in the will and basically says everything I own goes to my daughter's child, not to my daughter and her husband,
My
but
daughter's child.
my daughter's child. So of course that means, and again they're still explaining all of these details of, so that means he's cut out of the will completely, the dad, but he's also the custodian of everything until the kid reaches 18, obviously. But if the child, and in the will, if the child, some accident befalls him or whatever, and he
Before then.
dies before 18, everything goes to charity. So if the kid dies, he's fucked. The dad gets absolutely nothing. Whereas if the child makes it, he can, manipulate things and yada yada yada. But the kid was really sick and they did not expect him to make it at all. So that's the whole impetus of the murder, the replacement,
And he
and
killed
then
him because he didn't want to bother with a sick kid.
no, well, no, no, no. He killed him and immediately replaced him and then jumped off to Europe for 10 years or, whatever it is,
Waiting
so
for the
that
kid to turn
he
18.
could come back and no one would know that the kid had been replaced.
Mm,
So like he fully and completely expected the kid to die before 18. Like that was something he was sure of. So he knew in his mind, he knew that he was going to be fucked out of this inheritance if he didn't do something. And so he concocted this plan to kill and replace the kid, fuck off for a while until the kid was old enough that no one would be able to recognize him and say, that's not him, and, move on with life. And that's exactly what they did.
hmm.
So yeah, that was the whole thing.
Another, I gotta say though that the title card was really well done too. How like after it happens, he's like freaking out in the phone booth, and then it just like abrasively is like the Changeling, like
Yeah.
dark red letters. I was like, oh fuck, dude, like I like that.
Yeah, it's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, and like my one of my favorite things that really sets this atmosphere for me is kind of why I was saying I feel like it's very Hitchcockian, is like the camera work in this lends beautifully. I mean the music is amazing too. Um
Right.
all of the elements come together really well, but the camera work where you have these close-up shots that come from slightly underneath, like especially on the
Mhm.
main
Yeah,
character,
very
like
Hitchcockian.
yeah, very. And then also, you have the far away top of the stairs shot where it's just nothing but that shaft of the stairs,
Oh
and it's
man, this movie is really good at showing the horror of a staircase. And
yeah.
Yeah, it's
really good at showing like, fuck, I really
Yeah,
don't want to do
and
this.
then and or the shot into a completely black fucking room,
Hmm.
complete just blackness except for a door at the end with a light underneath. Like, come on, man, so good.
yeah. The cinematography does really well with using space and silence,
Yeah.
like long
Yeah,
takes, minimal lighting, natural sound, and even the sound design. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Echoing footsteps, the creak of the wheelchair, the faint piano melodies, like it all blends really well.
yeah. And actually, I'm glad you said that because I was trying to remind myself to mention this, and I totally would have forgotten. But one of the things, and I feel like this was intentional, but one of the things I found really interesting was how tinny and hollow and all quiet the
Mhm.
piano sounded. And I,
Yeah.
I think that was very intentional because they wanted you to feel small in this cavernous space,
Hmm.
because pianos are generally, especially if a classical musician is playing them, are like that sound is loud and carries a
Yep.
lot.
Yeah.
And so it's really weird that it was so muted.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought that was wildly interesting to me. But
Yeah. I think the seance scene was one of the like creepier
Yeah.
parts films. It's just like
Help, help,
yeah,
help.
the automatic writing, the tape recorder playback. It
yeah, the ghost voice.
mhm. it
Father.
it goes to show that you can make horror without any kind of CGI, using practical effects and still be able to invoke some kind of uneasy feeling.
Hmm.
I think the only other movie that had a seance scene in it that has done anything for me, like next to this movie, because this movie, when she was like, when she comes up and she's just like staring off into the void, the only other movie that's done that to me with a seance scene, I don't know if you guys have seen the others.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit. I have but like decades ago.
That scene scared the fuck out of me when I
Yeah.
first saw that movie, dude. That was a
Yeah.
really, really good movie.
Though it didn't explode at the box office, The Changeling became a cult classic, influencing everything from The Sixth Sense to The Conjuring. Martin Scorsese listed it as one of his favorite horror movies of all time. Um, its importance in reestablishing mood horror, psychological tension instead of gore, um, and modern audiences modern audiences being used to for to quick scares, might find it slow, like how you were talking about Misty finding it slow. And
Right.
but in some senses it's what makes that movie unique, and what makes it um that makes it as good as it is.
yeah.
Um, there are also a lot of like cultural commentaries that you could touch on, justice, class, generational secrets, and how trauma haunts the living.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, and what's really funny to me too is that like the 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 tragedy that happens with his family is really, I mean, for a general audience, is really about the only way that you can emotionally connect with the character, because everybody in this movie is fucking wealthy.
yeah,
Like no, like you have no commonality with any of the characters in this movie except for, death is inescapable to anyone. And
right,
that's sort of a thing that you're like, okay, I can connect with this.
yeah, you
And
definitely.
I
And
found that interesting as well. But
well, and George C. Scott does a great job of invoking that. Like he, it's what makes the movie work. He plays it completely straight. Like you believe in his grief, his
mhm,
skepticism, and his eventual obsession. Like he becomes this, and it's crazy because he's the only character that you really like invest in, I think. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I Trish Van Deer, who plays Claire, she's there, but she adds like a subtle chemistry, just enough for the movie to move along.
right. Um, I really like that she, it's such a classic trope for movies to lean on, that the character explains something to their close confidant and their confidant is like, you're fucking crazy, man, this
You're
is
a
so
lunatic.
stupid. But like
You crazy
she
man.
it's you're crazy. But instead of doing that, she immediately is like, okay, like but you can kind of see that she's like, I don't know how much I believe this bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she's like, all right, cool, well, what should we do?
Right.
Like she's like, let's work through this and see where it fucking winds up. Like, which I actually thought was a really cool departure from, like I say, the normal tropes. But
Right. All right. Well, now we come to our trivia portion. We go to imdb.com and read a bunch of trivia, and talk about who found them unhelpful with the thumbs down. Uh,
yeah, where we relentlessly browbeat people that don't like things.
yeah, I like that. Uh, the house seen in the movie in real life doesn't and never actually did exist. The filmmakers could not find a suitable mansion to use for the film, so at the cost of around $200,000, the production had a Victorian Gothic mansion facade attached to the front of a much more modern dwelling in a Vancouver street. This construction was used for the filming of all the exteriors of the movie's Carmichael Mansion. The interiors of the haunted house were an elaborate group of interconnecting sets built inside a film studio in Vancouver.
You know,
Dude.
that makes sense because, like, for such a giant ass mansion, he had a 1-car garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really did. He really did. And it was tiny too.
It was a
That
little
sounds-
shed.
Yeah, that sounds like a colossal waste of money.
Oh, yeah.
$200,000 for this
In
basically just
1980, no
giant
less.
cardboard fucking front that
Yeah,
that you're
dude.
gonna use once. Like you
Right.
can't. I mean, maybe you could utilize it once or twice more, but like hyper specific conditions. I don't know.
Yeah.
That seems like a, and you had to do what you had to do, right?
Mhm.
But it seems like, God, that was a lot of money for something really dumb.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's why the 7 people that disliked it weren't pleased
Right?
with this.
They're just
with
like,
this
they should have
trivia.
just gone to
I am
a
I am
real
one of
mansion.
I am one of the 7 people that dislike this.
7 like-minded people agree with Cole.
Yep.
Director Peter Medak, said he
Steenburgen.
Peter Medak said he
Peter
he was
Medak.
initially intimidated by stories of actor George C. Scott being difficult to work with. The only trouble Medak The only trouble Medak had with Scott on the set was when production managers accidentally knocked over a chessboard on which Scott had been playing a game against himself. What a fucking loser. Get a load of this fucking guy, dude. Holy
He
shit.
needs a friend. He
Yeah.
needs a friend.
He
He already knew
doesn't
he already knew who was gonna win. Like
Yeah.
Fucking dork.
I don't know why that my dick got me. Like it wasn't even that funny, but I just fucking like barrel laughed at that.
So this one I find really interesting. George C. Scott, I mean, I guess it makes sense with that how that last comment was, but George C. Scott learned how to play the piece of classical music that he plays on piano for the college students, which is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And 4 people were very upset about that.
Like, fuck this guy.
They
What does he-
really want
You phone
people-
it in or you don't do it
Yeah.
at all.
What the fuck you think
you're
you
an
think you're
actor.
better than us?
You're supposed to pretend. How dare you?
What the fuck
How
you think you're
dare
better
you
than
don't
us by
fix
playing
this
the
in
fucking
post?
You think you're better than us?
What do you think you're better than me? Don't you talk about my family. Actors Trish Van Devere and George C. Scott were married to each other in real life. Publicity for this picture stated that they had worked together 7 times in their then 8 years of marriage. They had been together in 6 movies and 1 for television and 1 stage play. And 5 people don't like that.
They hate love.
They hate the fact that they've been together for so long.
They hate love. The movie is based on events which supposedly took place at Henry Treat Rogers Mansion in Denver, Colorado, while writer Russell Hunter was living there during the 1960s. The Cheesman Park neighborhood in the movie is a reference to Cheesman Park in Denver, where the original haunting transpired.
I have a feeling that's supposed to say Chessman as well.
Okay.
That's just a guess, but
Cheeseman.
Derek, what do you think about? Well, like, do you give any thought to this on it being a true story or anything?
Well,
like that?
I mean, see that I don't know. Like I've not really researched the origin or anything. Like, I mean, I do find stuff like that interesting, but I don't necessarily put a ton of stock in it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it is.
I don't know.
I just didn't know, like, if, like, what did you think it, like, because it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like I say the same thing about like the Amityville horror and stuff like that. It's like,
right.
It sounds like the fucking floorboards creaked a little bit, and then a really good writer, a verbose writer, lived in there and was like, "Oh my god, this is way worse than it really is," and then continued to make money off of it.
Yeah,
being
and
haunted.
to me, it's also kind of like the oh shit, what are you? I think we referenced them earlier, but the movies with the couple that goes around and
The Conjuring.
Yeah, the Conjuring movies. Like those 2 charlatans, like
yeah, exactly.
Like that kind of shit pisses me off. Like I don't even I refuse to watch those movies just because I've seen so much stuff about that couple and I'm like, fuck you. Like So
I mean,
don't know.
some shit actually did go down in the Amityville house. Like, it's
I'm
infamous
sure
for
I'm
that.
sure some stuff happened. I'm not gonna discount it, but I think
Like
that
big murder,
Yeah,
big
and
murder.
I don't disbelieve
yeah.
in supernatural things as a whole, but yeah,
I just don't think it was haunted. I don't think
Yeah.
I think of course a murder happened in that house. I just don't think it was haunted.
Yeah.
I think somebody went in there and was like, "Oh, bad vibes. Oh, bad bad
Yeah.
vibes." And then the floor is talking to me at
It's
night, you
not
know, like
passing the vibe check.
and then they made a book off of it and then they made a lot of money. And then they made a movie and they made even more money. And then they made, you know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like these things happen and then become famous because they happened. It's, somebody got an idea and wanted to make money off of it, and then
yeah.
that's why it became famous. It's not like it's a I don't know. The shit like that just bothers the shit out of me. But
It is Cheeseman.
oh, is it? Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
The man with the cheese.
That sounds like a Polly Shore. I'm the cheese man.
I'm the cheese man.
I'm
looking for
cheese
some grindage.
No,
Is it me
no
next?
wheezing the juice.
Yes, it's you next.
Okay. Screenwriters Diana Maddox and William Gray spent around 6 months doing research for the picture, which included copious newspaper articles on parapsych. Hold on. Let me hold on.
Sound it out.
Parapsychological encounters, over 700 books, and almost 2,000 case histories.
Holy shit! That was back in the day when they had to do research, dog.
They were having to do
really
research
cool.
like they did in the movie, where
sitting
there
scrolling
really
through
cool.
the newspaper screens.
Yeah,
I always wanted to do that.
I did that. I remember doing that shit.
It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Derek is old as shit.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is probably just because, it's not that I was that old. It's just that the Logan Library wasn't that updated.
Yeah, true. He's not that old, guys.
No.
He's old as fuck, but not old as shit.
Yeah. Exactly. This was the first of 2 ghost story horror movies that veteran actor Melvin Douglas made in a 2-year period right at the end of his film career. The other picture was Ghost Story in 1981, which is his final film credit.
Huh.
6 people were like, nah, I needed him to make more.
Or they were like, you know what? Fuck that guy in general.
Who the fuck is Melvin Douglas? Like,
yeah.
Was he in this movie?
Well, let's see. Melvin Douglas, I think, I want to say that's the guy who played Carmichael.
I'm looking it up now.
Oh,
yeah, it's Carmichael.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait.
Damn, that's crazy.
He looks like the guy that played Alfred in...
Oh, he kind of does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was it? The Clooney Batman?
Yeah, Clooney. But no, this was his last credit.
Spanish filmmaker Alejandro Amenabar has claimed in several interviews that this is one of his all-time favorite horror movies, up to the point of inspiring several scenes of Thesis from 1996 and the others from 2001.
There you go.
What?
That's crazy. I like that they said has claimed. Are they calling him a fucking liar? No, we don't believe you.
I claimed it.
It's just my claim.
That's my claim.
That's my claim.
Research my claim.
He wrote the Alejandro Amenabar. He wrote the others. Yeah,
dude. Oh, such a good movie.
There's a bunch of good movies that guy's done that are like Spanish type movies.
I don't know what Thesis is, but if he wrote the others, I am inclined.
And you said Thesis was before the others, right?
Yeah, Thesis is 96. The others was 2001.
Okay.
While doing a thesis about violence, Angela finds a snuff video where a girl is tortured until death, and soon she discovers that the girl was a former student. Hmm.
Oh, I thought you were reading another trivia. I'm like, where are
No,
you?
no. That's the
That doesn't sound like this movie at all.
I was like, oh, that's weird that you said the word thesis after we are talking about the movie Thesis.
Keep up, buddy. Keep up. In a feature for the DVD release of the 1996 horror film Scream, actress Neve Campbell named The Changeling as the scariest film she had seen.
That's pretty cool.
10 people didn't like that.
Fuck her. Although Rick Wilkins is the credited film composer, the music box composition is actually written by Howard Blake. The unabridged composition is featured in his life cycle collection of 24 piano works in 24 keys.
4 people are like, fuck piano.
Right?
I do like the music in this movie. It's weird. It's not like
It's
people were like
unsettling.
Yeah.
4 people were like, no, Rick Wilkins wrote that shit.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Howard Blake's a phony.
You put some respect on Ricky Wilkie's name, dog.
It's my point.
gay.
So this was filmed from the 4th of December 1978 until the 25th of February 1979, but didn't get released until March 1980. So that must have been a lot of editing.
Yeah. Jesus.
Though predominantly filmed in Canada, the picture was set in Seattle, USA, where establishing shots were filmed. These included the Rainier Tower, the SeaTac Airport, the University of Washington's Red Square, and the Lacey V. Murrow Memorial Bridge. Some location filming was shot in New York, but most of the movie was filmed in Vancouver, and its environs in British Columbia with Victoria in the same Canadian province also used. Interiors set at the university were shot in Toronto in Canada's province of Ontario. I've been to that
Checks
airport.
out. Yeah.
God bless Ontario.
Yeah, this movie is ripe with the smell of back bacon.
And I'm proud to be
Fucking
a
Canadians.
Canadian.
Where at least healthcare is free.
Yep.
In the same year, co-star Trish Van Devere was the main star in another haunted house movie, The Hearse. And 5 people were like, you shouldn't do 2 movies in
Well,
one year.
I think what they're mad about is that the other haunted house movie is called The Hearse. A hearse isn't a house, it's a fucking car.
Yeah.
That's what they're mad about.
Threw it on the
I
ground.
threw it on the ground.
I heard that she also
that ain't my haunted house. It's a hearse.
I heard that she
Threw it on
also
the
starred in a haunted hearse movie called The House.
ground. Yes, exactly.
There is some reason to believe that the film was originally rather longer, and that Hollywood veteran Lou Lombardo, rad name,
I just was thinking the same thing.
billed as supervising editor, was called in at a late point in the post-production process to give the film a smoother overall shape. It's certainly a surprise to find well-known and prominent billed actors such as John Colicos,
Yeah.
Colicos, and Barry Morse playing such small roles, with Calico's death scene happening off camera. The equally well-known Jean Marsh is given special billing for her role as George C. Scott's ill-fated wife, yet she has even less screen time and is killed off before the film is 3 minutes old without any later flashbacks. Yeah, fuck her.
I mean, that does like make me wonder, like, if the film is a lot shorter than it originally was, if maybe there were, like, you know, how you were saying earlier, Cole, like it just was so abrupt and like boom, they were just gone.
Yeah, maybe
like
a little bit
there
more.
are callbacks and things like that, to like, especially when he wakes up crying.
Can we get a director's cut?
Yeah, I was going to say release
too?
the Snyder cut of Changeling.
Release the
That's right.
Snyder cut of the Changeling. like 4 hours long.
All right. So in the film, John and Claire bond over a writing excursion. yeah, another thing that I was like, these people are not people I could normally connect with.
Right?
But
Like, oh, do you ride? No, I don't
yeah,
ride, but I'll do anything to get some pussy.
that's right. That's right. Um, in real life, Trish Vanderveer was an avid equestrian. George C. Scott, however, was terrified of riding and was replaced by a body double instead.
That's funny.
No
Is that what a
dislikes.
horse rider
I
is
mean, he
called? It
ain't
is an
so he's not gonna
equestrian.
he
Yeah.
he's not gonna do anything for pussy.
Yeah.
He's not gonna ride a horse for one.
I mean,
Yep.
there was like no sexual tension in this movie, but I just
Which is
Yeah.
thought
really funny
like that's
that
what
their
came into my
husband and
mind.
wife in real life.
Yeah.
But
Director Peter Medax or whatever. We all know
Medic.
what we're trying to say.
Midick.
Peter
I'm a
Medic.
dick. I'm a dick.
His original
Which is funny
envisioning
because his first name's Peter.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Peter
Doubling
my
down on the dick
Peter
joke.
My Dick. His original envisioning for the film's opening shot was nixed by production. Medak said it was George C. Scott giving a lecture at the Music Academy in New York, and when he starts playing a classical piece, the camera starts beveling around the piano and goes inside the piano through the chord and comes out the other side as he plays. The camera travels around in a circle inside and outside the piano. Ultimately, the shot was scrapped, and the scene with the tragic accident was used instead. That would have been a cool fucking scene.
That would have been a cool fucking scene, but I mean,
Fuck all this shit. Let's just
We're-
run his family over.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, but like exactly, like were they gonna use both or like what I don't
They
understand.
could
Like,
have put that scene in when he was playing at the college, like,
yeah,
you know?
I mean, and that actually would have been a really cool scene if they did that, and also like had interspersed like between like had it like flip back and forth of like his wife and kid maybe getting in a tragic accident by themselves and like have this swelling music and like all this cool shit going on. Like that could have been cool, but whatever. I guess we'll just run the fuckers down.
Fuck him.
Yep. Voldy Way, who played the role of Joseph Carmichael, founded video game company Way Forward in 1990, keeping a foot in the horror genre, creating video games for Retro Realms Halloween 2024 and Retro Realms Ash vs. Evil Dead 2024, based off their respected franchises.
Incredibly cool. This is incredible. This is an incredibly cool piece of trivia.
So
And nobody thumbs that shit down either.
So he was the person who played young Joseph Carmichael, just for context.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
I was like, wait, this old motherfucker started a video game company, dude.
Yeah, no.
Oh, bastard.
Way Forward's been a thing for a long ass time, and they're kind of middling in these because he's talking about the Halloween game and the Ash versus like the isometric Dead by Daylight games, right? Like that's what they're talking about here, right?
I think so.
Except there wasn't one based on Halloween. I don't know what
There
the
was.
Halloween game is. No, there was Friday the 13th.
There was Halloween.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, I'm on there right now.
There's like no information on this, dude.
Way Forward games include Mickey's Ultimate Challenge, Casper Animated Activity Center for Wind. Someone wrote Wind Blows 98. Land Before Time Preschool Adventure. What in the hell? Is this the right guy? WWF Betrayal.
There is zero information for this Halloween game, like on IMDb. Like there's nothing.
Video Game Chronicle says Way Forward. Let's see. This was last year. Way Forward is turning Halloween and Ash versus Evil Dead into 16-bit style platformers. Yeah, that's what I would do. I was like, Way Forward is not that. Way Forward is like like pixelated like platformer games.
Okay.
Huh.
So instantly way more impressive, way more fucking excited for this game. Like where are these games right now? Are they not out yet? These
2024.
These look fucking awesome.
These
are
games
they out?
are both made in 2024.
Let me look the shit up.
IMDb has no information on either.
I wonder, did they get canceled?
Who knows?
Uh,
Look, this is just a screen grab of the Ash versus Evil Dead one.
Fuck yeah.
Forward.
Oh, there's a video on YouTube.
Yeah, Way Forward did like River City Girls and a couple of
Oh,
Shantae games.
okay.
Um, where the fuck are these games at, bro? I want to see them, especially that Halloween one and the
There's a
DuckTales remastered. Yeah,
there's a
so
trailer for Ash versus Evil Dead.
interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research into that because that's. I mean, they look way cooler now that I was totally mistaken. I
Oh
thought they
wait,
were.
it's a double feature.
It is a double feature, yeah.
So it's two games in one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like I'm watching the trailer and it looks fucking dope.
yeah. IGN did a review on it.
interesting.
Wow, I completely missed this shit. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Look at that.
where can I play this immediately?
It's
Yeah.
not on Steam. They're not on Steam. I just checked. Hands-on preview, so not review.
Oh, but look at that shit.
Yeah, it looks fucking great. It looks really good. I like it a lot. Interesting.
Oh
Huh.
my God, it's gory too. I'm just saying Switch, PS5, PS4, Series X, and it says Steam.
Hmm.
I just looked up Way Forward and it didn't have. It showed all their games and it didn't have any of them.
Weird.
Oh, it's called Retro Realms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on the PlayStation Store for $40.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for both
Retro
of them.
Realms
Hell yeah.
Arcade.
George C. Scott, John Russell, is one of three people who have refused an Academy Award. 10 years prior to the release of this film, Scott became the first actor to decline an Oscar, refusing the award he won for Patton in 1970. Scott believed that performances cannot be compared to each other. The two individuals were Marlon Brando and Dudley Nichols.
I mean, that's
That's kind of cool. I mean, it's a weird flex. It's a weird flex of
it sounds
integrity, but
pretentious, but I also get it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah. Pretentious is the best word to it. Like, I mean, yeah, get a load of this fucking guy.
Yeah. Voldy Way, who played young Joseph Carmichael, has seldom acted since this film, which was his film debut. His only other two acting credits were Boo, a movie called Boo in 2005, in which he played a character called Carmichael. Funny. And The Crusaders 357 Experiment in Evil, which is 2008, in which he played a fisherman vampire. In 1990, Way founded a video game called Way Forward that we have already discussed. And while no one has downvoted that, only 6 people gave a shit.
The ship model in Carmichael's office is that of the Holland America Combo Linear Demer Dick
Jake.
He married
Demer
Dick.
Dick or her
Dick?
sister Dental Dick.
Dental Jake.
Dental Dick.
What a stupid name.
Holland America's North American headquarters are in Seattle, but not in the building shown as the Carmichael building.
That's pretty cool. Well, that concludes our trivia portion. We go to our rating, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. What do you guys give this movie?
I'll go first. 3.5. I think if I watched it again and like saw like all the little details in the background, alluding to the eventual conclusion that we come to, I think I would find a more of an appreciation towards that, which would probably end up bumping it up towards like a 4 out of 5. But it is a slow burn. And if you're not invested like immediately, this movie's gonna fucking blow like hard for you, which, could be a little harsh, but I do see that that's a double-edged sword of being a slow burn. Is that if
Yeah.
you're not really into it, then it's going to be fucking annoying for the next 2 hours because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm just not part of the ride, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't feel that way about this movie. I think some people could feel that way, I guess. But like,
Mhm.
and I'm also I like slow burn movies. I like, you know, I like the setup. I like the inevitable creep towards something really really spooky and traumatizing. You know, I like that pacing. So 3.5.
Cool. I'm just gonna piggyback off of yours. I also give it a 3.5. This movie was subject to the, I didn't grow up with it, uh trope that I usually have with these movies. Um, I thought the movie was really great. I thought it had tension where it needed to have tension, and the slow pace did kind of throw me off a little in the beginning just because I didn't know what to expect out of the movie. And with something called the Changeling, I too was expecting a little goblin that transforms into his
Yeah, dude, the name is really out there. Like
like
really out there.
I was expecting or even just like an entity that transforms itself into his like family or
Yeah.
something
Something. Yeah.
that would like fuck with his head and fucking make him go crazy or whatever. Um, but with that aside, the movie is still really good. The reveal at the end was great. It was a very, yeah, it was a very psychological movie, and it wasn't what I was expecting.
Yep.
So because of that, it didn't get a higher grade from me, but I still respect what it is as a whole.
Um, I would say a 4. I mean, I do enjoy, these kinds of movies. And like I said, I haven't seen it probably since I was in high school, so it was almost like I was watching it for the first time again, but
Mhm.
if that makes sense in my head. Um, but yeah, some of the imagery, like when, you know, the medium was doing the seance, and in my head I was like, should have gotten a large. But when she was doing the seance, like stuff like that, or when Claire like froze looking up at the wheelchair at the top of the stairs, and I'll say it again, the the shot of Carmichael walking up the stairs where everything is on fire is the coolest shot in the entire fucking movie. Like
Agreed.
that part, I'd watch the movie again just to lead up to that part. Like that part was
Yeah.
awesome. Um, but yeah, there was some stuff in there where it's like, you're kind of expecting this 80s horrors movie to just like it's kind of, it had some parts where you laughed at it a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's just because, it's of its time for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and we've
But
seen these things. We've seen
yeah,
dozens of these things. So it's like it's hard to judge it on that metric because it
yeah,
was 1980.
Right.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, overall, like the story of this movie was insanely cool. Like it's nothing that I've really come across as far as stories go in movies.
Well,
Like,
it's almost like they took that trope of like, you know, the dead kid or whatever, you know, the ghost in the house or whatever, and then added more to it. Whereas like,
yeah,
no, this was like a whole fucked up plan from your father, and like, you know, like there was other things that was happening. That I think that like puts it in a higher tier than other movies because it like gave a
Yeah.
fuck about trying to flesh out a tiny little detail that like kind of just adds a new unique spin to it, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. I thought the aspect of like, I don't know, you just like murdering your child and then having nobody know about it, and
Hmm.
then just replacing him with another kid that nobody knows about, like
Right.
that's just like that's a crazy story to me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was really interesting because there like, a lot of horror movies you can kind of just be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I kind of understand the story, but like towards the end of the movie, I thought that when they kept showing the dad drowning the kid, which by the way, the kid could have lifted his head up out of the tub. Let's be real. Like
Not if
wasn't
he was
holding his
sick,
head down.
man. If he
Well,
was
I mean, I
sick,
don't think it was
Sick and
just
weak.
his legs that didn't work. Like, I think he was like
Yeah.
really, really weak and sickly. Like,
But when he was doing that, my mind kept going to like, oh shit, this was Carmichael that did it. But then
Right.
like throw me a curveball at the end when it's like, oh shit, dude, he's the replacement kid.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck, dude? Like I was invested in this story, even though I too was gaming, but like while I was watching it, but I would find myself just like pausing the game and just like being entranced by, some of the story scenes. I thought it was really good.
you're a trans?
Well, I was gonna save it for another episode, but
Oh,
secret's out now.
um, so yeah, I mean, for me, obviously with my history with this movie, I'm gonna have to say 5. Um, I mean, like I said earlier, to this day, the there are multiple scenes in this movie that just absolutely send shivers through my whole body
Right.
every single time. And even the ones that I find that I also happen to be the same scenes that I laugh my ass off at
Right.
because they're so ridiculous. I still get chills at the same time, and I think that's wild. I don't think I've ever had anything cause those simultaneous feelings, but like, yeah, I mean, I I just there is so much to this movie that I think is unique and just so well done. I mean, even the simple stuff like him playing that piece on the piano that he thought he created and then discovering Joseph's room, opening the music box and it plays that tune and he just sort of deadpans it like he doesn't have a horrified look. He's just like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just those small touches like that are just mwah, and
Yeah.
the whole movie I don't think I'll ever it just has one of those special places.
Definitely. Well, cool. All right. Well, you heard it from us, guys. What did you guys think of this movie? Have you seen it? Let us know what you think in the comments. We'd love to interact with you. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook, the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Blue Sky and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
you can also find us on TikTok at Nerdcorp Podcast.
And since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. So from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you. We love you. And keep it nerdy, y'all.
Annyeong.
Keep it spoopy.